With 2022 coming to an end, I thought it'd be fun to do a video on the most Googled projects for 2022. I have a list of 10 projects. Some may surprise you, some may not. So let me share with you who these projects are and also what I think about them as we head into 2023. So here is the list. Now, this is ranked by US searches and global searches, and there is a difference, especially with some of these projects. So Bitcoin being ranked at number 1, that's not a surprise in US and global. But number 2 and 3 may surprise you, and there's a difference between global and monthly. So in the US, actually Shiba Inu actually had more searches than anything else out there. Okay, but on a global scale, Doge actually surpassed Shiba. So Shiba and Doge, basically number 2 and 3, interchangeable. I don't know if those two surprise you or not, but there are a lot of people that are into meme coins. Whether or not you believe in meme coins, there are a lot of people that do. Then you have Ethereum, okay, which is a surprise because I thought Ethereum would be number 2. Then you have someone like Avalanche, Litecoin, Cardano, XRP, SafeMoon, and Nexus. But someone like Cardano, which has actually a pretty low search count in the US, has extremely high search count overseas. Same thing with XRP, relatively low in the US, but extremely high on a global scale. So let me go through this list and share with you what I think about these various cryptocurrencies. Starting with Bitcoin, a lot of you guys know how much I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the big daddy. It's the biggest cryptocurrency. It's the first cryptocurrency. Not only that, I believe it's the only store of value that is worth holding on to. Yes, there may be some forks of Bitcoin that you could argue are stores of value. No, they're all garbage. Bitcoin is the only store of value out there worth holding on to, and really doesn't compete with anything else out there. Everything else in the top 10 list, they don't compete with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a set supply. Its inflation rate gets cut in half every 4 years. It's seen a lot of bad and good. But regardless, it's commanded by code. It's not controlled by any entity or any company or any country. That makes it pure and true and provides personal freedom. And because of these things, so many people are turning to Bitcoin, including some of the biggest investors out there. For example, Tim Draper, Bitcoin will reach 250,000. Cathie Wood, Bitcoin will hit 1 million. And you have others, of course, like Bill Miller, who thinks that Bitcoin, even at 17K, is quite remarkable despite how bad 2022 has been. And of course, let's not forget Michael Saylor. All these guys learn about Bitcoin and they stayed no matter what. Even with the bad, even with the correction, they believe in Bitcoin, and so do I. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin continues to get better, and every single on-chain metric shows that Bitcoin is also getting stronger as well. So number 1, of course, no doubt, Bitcoin. It belongs at number 1 and will, in my opinion, stay the biggest crypto possibly forever. Number 2, I'm just going to jump to Doge, okay? Like I said, Doge and Shiba, interchangeable, but why Doge is exciting these days, especially as we head into 2023, is because of this guy right here, Elon Musk. He bought Twitter for $44 billion, caused a mess of it, still trying to fix it, and maybe he does fix it in 2023 with a new CEO. Regardless, there's a lot of hype around him bringing crypto to Twitter and integrating Doge in some way, in some capacity. He already integrated Doge with Tesla. You can buy certain things in a Tesla store with Doge, and it's just a matter of time he integrates it fully with Tesla, with SpaceX, and with Twitter. So this is why Doge is getting exciting once again and why so many people are loading up right now. And even like Robinhood. Robinhood basically made most of their money with Dogecoin trading, okay? So Robinhood, just think about that. enormous amount of traders on Robinhood are Dogecoin traders, now holders, right? So I do think Doge, they don't have much of a roadmap. There's not much in store, but there is Elon, and Elon could make something terrific happen. So 2023 will be interesting for Doge. Now, next up is SHIB. SHIB, on the other hand, doesn't have Elon, but they do have a roadmap. There has been many exciting developments in 2022, and I think there's more coming in 2023. SHIB is a meme coin, got a lot of people involved in 2021 and first half of 2022. A lot of people came in because it was rising up astronomically. Also, it has a Shiba dog as a mascot, so what's not to love? Plus, SHIB has their own DEX, they have their own NFTs, and they're breaking grounds on other things. For example, their metaverse. So that is something else that's coming up. And also, they're getting ready to launch Shibarium, which is their layer 2. Because right now, SHIB is on top of Ethereum, sometimes a little congested, sometimes costs a little bit too much to make a transaction. But that's why they're developing their own layer 2, and they're coming out their metaverse, and then they already have their DEX. So they're building out entire ecosystem. And by the way, this is a shocking stat, but almost 15% of Crypto.com's assets is in SHIB. Think about that. They're trying to differentiate themselves from Doge. They're not trying to stay as a meme coin. They want to have the fun aspect, but they want to make it into a serious project. And that's why in 2023, it could get pretty serious for them. So I like the way SHIB is going, and they could have a good year coming up. Now, next up is Ethereum. Of course, 2022 was a big year for Ethereum because of the Ethereum merge. Caused a lot of controversy, moving from proof of work to proof of stake. But because they have made that move, 2023 is going to get real exciting for Ethereum. Not only is there another upgrade, and all continuous upgrades from here on out for Ethereum is basically trying to make it more scalable. Even though they have cut energy usage by 99.9%, they have also cut their inflation rate by almost as much, making them almost deflationary, but they haven't solved scaling yet. They need to figure out how to scale a lot more than they can now. All these upgrades starting from 2023 is focused on scaling. Also, the next big upgrade will allow staking rewards to be unlocked, so a lot of people are looking forward to that. But overall, moving to proof of stake allows Ethereum to move further and hopefully retain their position as the #1 blockchain for dApps. Almost every single innovation that we have right now with DeFi and bridges and staking and liquidity pools, everything came out of Ethereum. Oh, let's not forget NFTs, tokenization. Everything has come out of Ethereum, and hopefully we get more innovation as we move into 2023. And I did mention about deflationary. Well, take a look. Ever since Ethereum moved to proof of stake, you look at the ETH supply up and down, but there's been times where it's been very negative indeed. And even though right now it's a little bit higher, the inflation rate is only at 0.007% per year. That's very tiny. So only 2,673 ETH has been minted and given out since the merge. But if Ethereum didn't go through that merge, it would have increased the supply nearly 1.2 million ETH versus 6,673. Big difference, right? So this definitely makes Ethereum a lot more valuable because there's just less of it being produced and given out. So 2023 could be a tremendous year for Ethereum as well. Next up is Cardano. Cardano is the project everyone loves to hate. Some people love Charles Hoskinson. Some people hate Charles Hoskinson. And Cardano is one of those controversial projects that stays controversial. In 2022, Cardano had several upgrades, smaller ones, but the biggest one was the Vassal hard fork. this introduce more efficiency, more scalability, right? And they are still working on other upgrades in 2023, including governance, trying to make Cardano completely decentralized. Okay. Can they make it happen? Maybe. But right now, Cardano is focused on growing, bringing out stablecoins, getting more DeFi projects on top of Cardano, forming more interoperability bridges with other projects. These are things that are being worked on and they are still growing. And this is the reason why so many people still hold on to Cardano and so many people stake it. Because if you look at this, 74% of the total supply is being staked right now. That's an enormous amount. Cardano holders, they continue to hold and continue to stake, and they are not going anywhere. Next up is XRP, who I refer to as the people's currency. XRP didn't have a whole lot happen in 2022. Everyone's been focused on this battle between Ripple and the SEC. SEC, led by Gary Gensler, does not want to lose this case. And I'm rooting for Ripple to win because Gary Gensler wants total domination over the crypto market. He wants to declare everything as security and basically have full control. And that's not what we want. Ripple is fighting the good fight right now, and hopefully they win. But the latest is this expert testimony. This is the defense that Ripple needs, which is the previous testimony from the prior director of the SEC declaring Ethereum is a commodity, not a security. And SEC has been fighting tooth and nail not to give this up to Ripple. It's been a year-long battle, many court cases and extensions and delayed. Ripple won every single one. And SEC is still fighting to get an extension to exclude the expert testimony because SEC knows that if Ripple gets the prior testimony from the prior director of the SEC, Ripple has all it needs to win. So that is why the SEC and Gary does not want this to happen. But this could definitely be solved or resolved within 2023. I would say the first half of 2023. And if it goes in Ripple's favor, it would be absolutely huge for XRP and it'll be absolutely huge for the entire community. So I'm looking forward to that. And the last project I want to focus on is Avalanche. There's no one particular thing, no one thing that really stood out in 2022 for me other than the fact that they just grew by leaps and bounds. This is measuring Avalanche network across the board. Take a look at the growth of transactions in 2022. The monthly transaction count, the active users, monthly active users, daily gas usage, monthly gas usage, and then unique senders, contracts deployed, block count, transaction count. I mean, you could see, yes, there's some that's going down, but 2022 was a really good year for Avalanche, and that's because they just focused on building and growing. And quite simply, that's it. They got a lot of DeFi projects on board. They build bridges. They even have a bridge with Bitcoin now. They deploy new wallets. They got side chains. So they were just focused on building. And I think they're going to continue to focus on building in 2023. So that is not going to change. So that is why so many people search for Avalanche in 2022. So there you go, my friends. The most Googled crypto projects in 2022. You have Bitcoin, SHIB, Doge, Ethereum, Avalanche, Cardano, XRP. I'm not going to talk about Nexus, SafeMoon, or Litecoin, but they were also on the top 10 list as well. So which project are you most excited about and how many of these are you holding? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.